True scale of the largest objects in the universe. Let's get into it.
If you shrunk Earth to the size of this model, this is how large Jupiter would be in comparison. But to compare Jupiter to the Sun, well, the Sun wouldn't even fit in the frame. You'd have to zoom way out. Yeah, if Earth was 12 centimeters, 4.7 inches in diameter, the Sun would tower at 13
My goodness. Now, I knew the sun was pretty big, but like, how big? You feel me?
meters, 43 feet. To Digipeter holding his Earth model, the Sun would look like a school bus. And that's nothing compared to
Yo, is that three suns or is that Venus? Is that Venus and then two suns behind it? Like, what is that? There's two suns?
what you're about to see. Today, we're going bigger and badder to reveal the absolute largest objects we can find in the entire observable universe. And let me clarify something. We're talking physical size, not mass. We often talk about planets and stars as large and massive. Well,
Yo, those black holes, bro? Hold up. Those black holes?
when I say large, I mean the diameter of an object, top to bottom. And when I say massive, I mean the mass, which is the amount of matter stuffed into an object. You can have an incredible mass, but be physically tiny, like a dense black hole or a neutron star. Those are not going to make it on our list because today we're talking size, and things are going to get huge. In our own solar system, Jupiter is the largest planet we've got. Jupiter is so huge that you could fit 1,321 Earths inside of it.
God damn. Oh my god, is it really that huge? Bro. Like, what is the inside of Jupiter even like, bro? Like, if you was to land on Jupiter, like, what would it look like? I'm pretty sure you would die instantly, but like, what would it look like?
You could say that Jupiter plays an outsized role in our solar system. Huh? This gas giant may be the reason that a planet like Earth can sustain life at all. Yeah,
Someone order a college degree program? There's a college in there. Hey, I just deliver life upgrades. Sign here.
because of its size and gravity, well, Jupiter deflects comets and asteroids so that they don't constantly slam into Earth, causing dinosaur-killing kind of events.
Yo, so this is the reason why we're not getting hit with asteroids. So everything is perfectly aligned. Yo, God knew what he was doing. That's actually crazy. So if this didn't exist, we would be getting slammed by asteroids every couple months? That's what you're telling me?
Even more importantly, because of where Jupiter sits in the solar system, it helps the inner planets maintain nearly circular orbits. For Earth, a circular orbit means a stable climate over long periods of time. Thanks, Jupiter. Now, it may be the largest planet in our solar system, but it's nothing compared to the absolute largest planet scientists have ever found.
Wait, there's more than one solar system? We found more than one solar system? I didn't know that. What the fuck, bro? Bro, what the fuck?
Q Rox 42BB. About 470 light years from Earth, there's an absolute monster of a gas giant.
Yo,
Rox
what is that, bro? It looks like it's fucking morphing. Y'all see it?
42BB. If Earth was a ball 12 centimeters in diameter and Jupiter was 1.35 meters in diameter, Rox would be as wide as an elephant or a one-story house.
Oh my god, bro, that shit looks beautiful. That shit looks like I look like I low-key want to eat that shit. Like, it looks like so good that I want to just like eat it. I feel like it tastes like a peach.
And it's not just another exoplanet. Something isn't right about Rox 42BB. You see, gas giants are made of the same stuff as stars, helium and hydrogen. The only difference between them is how much mass they're packing. If a gas giant has 13 Jupiter masses, it starts having nuclear fusion inside and turns into a brown dwarf star. Hey, did you know that there are more atoms in a single glass of water than there are glasses of water in the ocean?
Yo, what the fuck? So so what you saying? This bottle of water got more atoms than the entire ocean? No. It got more atoms than glasses of water in the entire ocean. That's actually crazy to think about. This little minuscule amount of water. That's cool. That's a cool fact.
Yeah. Now, I'm constantly coming across interesting facts like that to post, but turning them into visuals is slow and frustrating. Like, I wanted an infographic for that last stat, something simple and engaging. Normally, I'd use a design tool or I'd brief one of our designers, all of which takes time, and then it doesn't quite match what I had in mind. But with Gamma Imagine, I can just describe what I want and work with an AI in real time to generate it. Check it out. I go into Gamma Imagine and write a prompt. A cosmic heavyweight, and it has a mass of 9 Jupiters. It's too light to be a star, but way too massive to have formed like a normal planet. Normal planets are built slowly, piece by piece, from the leftovers of a star's birth. But Rock's 42BB might have skipped that step. Instead of growing from dust, it may have collapsed directly from a massive cloud of gas, just like a star does.
So that shit was made like a star, but became a planet. So that shit even has different origins than normal planets. Maybe because it's not from our solar system. That could be the reason. So the origins are also different. I also wonder what the atmosphere is like, if anything has reached that atmosphere. Like if they ever got like a robot or something to reach the atmosphere. I'm pretty sure not yet, because I'm pretty sure that shit's light years away.
But because it didn't have enough material to jumpstart nuclear fusion, it never ignited. That's what scientists call a sub-brown dwarf, a failed star trapped in the body of a planet.
Damn.
If you could drift through its thick, stormy atmosphere.
So it's a star, and it's not really, but it's trapped inside of a planet's body. Yo, that's fucking trippy, dude. That's why it's moving like that.
You'd find that it still has a...
Ooh, bro, that shit's trippy. That shit's giving me some type of trichophobia or something like that. Whatever, the fear of whatever that shit is.
core that's glowing cherry red from the heat of its birth. Okay, if you're wondering why there aren't any supersized rocky planets on our list, well, that's because rocky worlds don't grow that big. The title for the largest rocky planet goes to TOI 849b. And if Earth was 12 centimeters tall, TOI 849b would only be about 40 centimeters in diameter. Yeah, rocky planets don't grow much larger than 4 times the diameter of Earth. But TOI 849b isn't just an oversized rock.
Yo, that deadass just looks like a fucking like boulder. It's just like a fucking boulder. that's all it is. Like if I just want to low-key step on it now. Like I gotta go find that shit.
It's a dead core of a gas giant that had all of its atmosphere stripped away. So yeah, when you look at largest planets, you gotta look at things like rocks.
Bro, how does a planet lose its atmosphere? Like how does it lose the inside of that shit? How does the shit end up losing to become, it just becomes a fucking rock? Like how does that happen?
Your day-to-day covered with Base 44 super agents. Your life is chaotic.
42BB, a planet on the verge of being a star. And those are the next bigger, badder, brighter objects we're looking at. Stars. Stars are huge, and we have a pretty big one right here at home. The Sun is by far the largest object in our solar system, with a diameter of 1.4 million kilometers, 865,000 miles.
I can't even imagine how large that is. I'm not gonna lie. That's too much for me to imagine. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the crazy thing is, like, we almost go blind. I tried to look at the sun a couple days ago, bro. That shit fucking hurt, dude. Imagine trying to look at this shit bare eyes in space. Like, what do the astronauts do to like avoid looking at that shit? Just don't look at it? Fucking dumbass.
It dwarfs both Rock's 42BB and Jupiter.
But I imagine it's low-key hard to not look at it since it's so big, but they probably don't even get that close to it. So yeah, I'm a dumbass. I'm stop talking.
In our size comparison simulation, where Jupiter is 1.35 meters in diameter, the sun is 13 meters wide. Yeah, that's the kind of jump in size you get when you level up from planets to stars. The sun is not just huge in size, it also accounts for 99.86% of all the mass in the solar system. That means all the planets.
So damn near, it's taking up everything. It's damn, there's only like point something percent of everything just left for planets. It's taking up everything. That's how big that shit is. Oh my god.
Asteroids, comets combined are just leftover crumbs, about 0.14% from back when the sun was born. You're lucky that space is a vacuum and that sound can't travel through it, because if it did, the sun would be deafening.
Yo, there's a sound to that shit. I know there's a sound, but like, bro, there's actually like a loud sound. Like, what would that shit even sound like? Like, truly, what would it sound like? That shit would just sound like blazing glory. Fucking blazing glory. That's all you would hear.
Yeah, the sun is so incredibly loud from its constant nuclear explosions that even from 150 million kilometers away, it would sound like a lawnmower vibrating at over 100 decibels right in your ears.
Yeah, damn. That lawnmowers are already annoying as it is. 100 decibels in my ear, that's just blowing my fucking ears open. That's ear pollution.
On top of that, about 10 times a year, you'd be assaulted by the thunderclap of X-class coronal mass ejections, CMEs.
What? What is that? What the fuck is an X-class coronal mass injection? That shit looks like a bunch of tadpoles flowing through the earth, the thing of space, bro. Like, bro, what is this?
These can release the energy of hundreds of nuclear explosions all at once. Now, our star is pretty special to us, but it's not the largest or most massive one out there. Neutron stars, white dwarfs, and magnetars pack a lot more mass, but they're all smaller in size than the sun. Yeah, they crush all their mass down into a tiny space. And since we're talking about the size and not mass, those extremely massive space objects, they didn't make our list. And our sun is a medium yellow dwarf. It's nothing compared to what we're going to find out there as we go deeper into the universe. Like this star, Sirius A, also called the Dog Star. You can see it in the night sky with your naked eye. Out of all the stars in our sky, Sirius A is the brightest. And
Yo, so that's like a form of a sun? Basically, it looks like a sun. To me, I don't care. That might not be the correct term for it. That shit looks like a sun to me. Not gonna lie to you.
not because it's the biggest, it's just very close. It's a mere 8.6 light years away, making it one of the 10 closest stars to Earth. But it is bigger than our sun. It's about 1.7 times larger. In our comparison, Sirius A would be 22 meters in diameter. But compared to some of the largest stars,
Yo, that shit look like a blue sun. I wish I could see that with my bare eyes, so I can like witness all of its glory. Like I wish I could like genuinely see that with my bare eyes. Like if you could, like what would happen to your, if you was to look at it for like a second, what would happen to your eyes?
Sirius A is still just a small player. It's a bright, impressive neighbor for sure, but it's nothing compared to what happens when a star starts to reach the end of its life.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine in CoProducer. You can
Take Pollux, for example. It might be cooler than our sun, but it's 9 times larger. Pollux is a red giant, a star that's begun to run out of
Bro, that thing looks like it makes the sun look like a fucking munchkin. And don't even get me started on Earth. Like, bro, that looks even smaller, bro. Oh my god. That shit looks like a fucking Frieza death ball, bro. That's what it looks like, bro. That's some shit that Beerus could cook up, bro. Oh my god.
Fuel and is puffed up to a staggering 12 million kilometers in diameter. It's
Oh
a
my-
bloated, glowing glimpse of the sun's future. Yeah, this exact same thing will happen to our sun in about 6 billion years. Scientists
Well, shit, I'm not gonna be here for that. That's the future's problem. I'm not gonna lie to you.
calculate that the red giant version of our sun will definitely swallow Mercury and Venus, and possibly Earth as well. Okay, now, while Pollux is impressive, well, we're gonna go even bigger. This is Arcturus. It is a true giant, measuring 18 million kilometers in diameter.
So you mean to tell me all this shit out here, all this shit was out here and I never knew? Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I know this shit wouldn't affect us, but like, it's crazy knowing that all this is out there. And like, you probably will never, you never will see all this. Like, how did they find out that this was all there? Like, how did they find this out?
To put that in perspective, you could line up 25 of our suns across its middle and still have room to spare. Arcturus is 37 light years away. It's the fourth brightest star in our night sky, shining with the intensity.
Yo, that minuscule ass star, that shit would just blend into other stars for me, bro. Like, how are you supposed to like pinpoint which star is each? Like, how are you supposed to pinpoint that, bro? You gotta be an astronomy, whatever you do for astro, whatever they do in the sky. You gotta be that to figure out, like, pinpoint that, bro. There's no way. They all look the same to me.
Of 113 suns.
Yo, what's good, Kiro?
But Arcturus hides its true power. Because it's cooler than our star, most of its energy isn't light that you can see. It's heat. Yeah, this star pumps out 215 times more thermal energy than the sun, turning it into a cosmic
Yo, that's just like a fucking fireball, dude. Like, I look, just want to harness that and turn it into like something crazy, bro. That looks like a fucking Dragon Ball Z attack. Like a dead ass does. Like that doesn't even look real.
furnace that would incinerate anything that gets too close. Arcturus is one of the oldest stars in our galactic neighborhood. Scientists think it might be a relic from a completely different galaxy that the Milky Way swallowed billions of years ago. It's an ancient extragalactic traveler passing through our corner of the universe. Still, as massive and mysterious as this giant is, it's about to look completely insignificant compared to what comes next. This is a literal supergiant.
Bro, I'm done, bro. Is it gonna keep on going? Or like, how big are we gonna get till we're gonna stop, bro? Come on, bro. This is getting ridiculous, bro. It's truly getting ridiculous. Come on, bro. It's getting ridiculous, dude.
Betelgeuse.
Nah, that was bullshit when they made the name of this. Beetlejuice? Are you serious? They bullshitting, bro. They bullshitting, bro.
It's
I'm doing
about
good, bro.
700 times bigger than our sun. If Earth was a globe 12 centimeters in diameter, this giant would be slightly taller than Mount Everest. It's so large that if you placed it at the center of our solar system, its surface would extend past the orbit of Mars and could even reach Jupiter. And now, Betelgeuse is ready to explode. Yeah, this giant is dying, burning through the very last of its fuel. In 2019, Betelgeuse mysteriously dimmed to 60% of its usual brightness. Scientists thought it might finally go supernova, but turns out it was an enormous surface mass ejection that coughed up a cloud of dust, temporarily blocking its light. Betelgeuse could collapse and explode into a supernova tomorrow, or it might hold on for another 100,000 years. In the grand billions of years timescale of the universe, that's less than a nanosecond.
This game, you're not ready for it.
When it finally does blow, it'll be so bright that for weeks you'd be able to see it shining in the sky, even during the day. Now, even a puffed up red supergiant like Betelgeuse can't compete with the ultimate heavyweight of the cosmos, Stephenson 218. To even fit this monster into our comparison, you'd have to zoom way out. If Earth was a 12 centimeter...
Bro, that's just like a giant strawberry, bro. Like it's like a strawberry colored sun. Like, bro, that doesn't even look real, dude. Like it's just getting like unrealistic, bro, at this point. We're never gonna see this. Like how did somebody like figure out where this was, bro? Like this is ridiculous, bro.
Ball. Stephenson 218 would be a sphere 28.3 kilometers, that's 17.6 miles wide. That's more than 3 Mount Everests stacked on top of each other. If you replaced our sun with Stephenson 218, its outer edge wouldn't just stop at Jupiter. It would reach past the orbit of Saturn. It would swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn whole. This star...
Yeah, that shit can stay over there. That shit can stay all the way over there, bro. That's ridiculous, bro. That's just swallowing everything. Bro, that shit... It's just fucking point... Bro, all these stars that he's naming, bro, they're generally pointless, bro. They serve no purpose, bro. As far as I'm hearing, bro. They're not serving any purpose. To us, at least. Maybe to the solar system. Like, as long as it's not affecting us, what purpose does this shit serve? Like, seriously.
Is so huge that if you hopped a ride in a plane flying at 900 kilometers per hour around its
Shit is just big and fucking useless. Just big, bruh.
surface, it would take you 1,500 years to complete just one lap. You could fit nearly 10 billion...
Bro, it's that big. It would take you 1,500 years to do a lap around it. Nah, that's too big. That shit shouldn't exist. That's what I'll say right there. That shit shouldn't exist.
suns, or 13 quadrillion Earths into the space that Stephenson 218 takes up. This largest of stars shines 500,000 times brighter than the sun. That's 500,000 times brighter, but it is 19,000 light years away. So as huge and bright as it is, you can't see it from Earth unless you have a powerful telescope.
How powerful would a telescope have to be for you to be able to see that? Telescopes can see that far? Yo, that's actually crazy technological advancements. Because that's actually crazy if you could actually see that. Like, would you even want to see that? Like, wouldn't that like burn your eyes too much or something? Or like, it's like the lens would like cover your shit.
So, there you go. The largest star in the universe. But our hunt for the biggest objects doesn't end at stars, because there are much larger and much scarier things out there. Next up is an object so unimaginably vast that scientists had to invent an entirely new category just to describe it: the ultra-massive black hole. Yeah, Stephenson 218 was big and fluffy. Ton 618.
Yo, how does a black hole look? How would it look in person? Would that shit look like? Would that shit be so like demented and warped that like it'll just fuck you up by looking at it? Like if you fell into a black hole, like what would happen to your body? Would you just get deatomized instantly? Like would you just get deatomized, bro? Like what would happen to you, bro?
Is pure gravitational nightmare fuel. And it shines brighter than 100 trillion stars because it eats mass so fast. Ton 618 is 10 billion light years.
That shit looks scary as fuck. I know it sounds scary as fuck too. That shit probably sounds like a fucking void. Like void of everything fucking nice. Like this shit is just probably this is the conglomerate negative Like, this is like the negative gathering of the universe. Everything negative just spawns here. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Away, 10 billion light years away. But if you put it in our hypothetical scale next to Stevenson 218, this black hole is the size of the actual moon, with Earth being a ball 12 centimeters in diameter.
This may be the last ad you ever see, because with the free ad block extension from Capital One
I need that, though. I need
you
that.
can say
Ton 618 would be 3,760 kilometers across. In real life, Ton 618 is about 40 times the width of our entire solar system.
But that's scary, bro. Oh my fucking god. 40 solar systems? Not one, not two, not three, not even 20. 40 solar systems. I didn't even know those 40 solar systems until this video.
While we're strictly talking physical size today, when it comes to black holes, you can't help but be pulled in by their mass. Ton 618 packs an incredible...
It's just like one of those things, like, once you see it, like, you're cooked. Like, is it like that type of gravitational pull? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, once you see it, you're just done. That shit is literally warping space. Like, I see it warping space. That's not, bro. That's crazy.
66 billion times the mass of our sun. It's large, but also super massive. Now, as terrifying as it is, Ton 618 is one of the biggest black holes in the universe. But even then, it's not the biggest.
So there's another black hole even bigger. Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. My Jesus. My goodness. That shit low-key looks beautiful, though. Like, I low-key want to jump into that.
Phoenix A star is a black hole that has an event horizon that stretches 590 billion kilometers in diameter. If Earth was the size of that 12 centimeter ball, Phoenix A star, the black hole, would be a sphere 5,500 kilometers in diameter.
Is that just the color that's using? Because that shit looks beautiful, bro. That might just be the color he's using, but the way he made it look, that looks beautiful.
That's almost the size of the actual planet Mars. This is the absolute largest known black hole in the universe. It has a mass of 100 billion suns. That's a 1 followed by 11 zeros. It's so big that astrophysicists don't think it could have formed by eating stars like a regular black hole. There is literally not enough time in the universe for it to swallow that many stars and get this huge. Phoenix A
So what you're saying, before you say it, don't tell me the shit just spawned here out of nowhere. That shit is gonna scare me even more.
star might have been a primordial black hole that formed directly from the
raw energy of the universe. So that shit, it was here at the dawn of time, is what you're saying?
raw energy of the Big Bang, long before the first stars even began to flicker into existence. It's big, right? Almost incomparably big, but it's not the biggest object in the universe. Not by a long shot. Hang on as we scale.
You keep saying it's the biggest black hole. What can be bigger than the biggest black hole in the universe? You keep saying it's bigger, but you find something even bigger. Stop believing, bro.
Way up to whole galaxies. Let's start right here at home, in the swirling city of the
Milky Way.
400 billion stars we call the Milky Way. It's a massive spiral galaxy, 100,000 light years across, and we're tucked away on the Orion Cygnus arm, basically the galactic suburbs, about halfway to the outer edge. Well, to really wrap your head around that distance, you have to look at a single light year. Imagine a beam of light. It could race around the entire Earth 7.5 times in just 1 second. Now, multiply that by every second in an entire year, and you get 9.5 trillion kilometers.
Sweet Cheeks, FaceTime video. Sweet Cheeks.
That is just 1 light year. To get across our galaxy, you'd have to make that trip 100,000 times. If Earth was the size of this 12-centimeter ball, the Milky Way wouldn't just be the size of an actual city or country, it would be the diameter of our actual real-life solar system, roughly 15 billion kilometers across. It's way too large for our simulated scale, so I can't even show it. Just picture a tiny grain of sand next to the Milky Way. Yeah, that would be the sun. It sounds enormous, but on the scale of the universe, it's really not that big. Even our next-door neighbor galaxy, Andromeda, is twice our size, spanning
I have no fucking words. Like, there's too many. It's too many things to keep up with. Now we're getting to different galaxies and shit. Maybe we might reach another universe at this point. The way you're talking, we might reach another universe.
220,000 light years. And then there's the behemoth known as IC 1101, which stretches out for...
What the
Someone order a college degree program? There's a college in there? Hey, I just deliver life upgrades. Sign here.
million.
What the fuck even is that? Tell me, bro, what is that? How do they find this? How would they find this?
In light years. Now, believe it or not, things do get even bigger. At this point, we're starting to test the boundaries of human comprehension and push the very definition of...
Like, you've passed the human comprehension levels of limits way past when you got past the sun. That's when you reached my limit, at least.
Object in space. Take Kipu. It's between...
What even is this conglomerate piece of stars? What is this? That shit looks like a... Bro, what is this? Looks like a shrimp-formed version of stars. It's beautiful, but ugly and shitty at the same time.
425 million and 815 million light years from Earth. And you can still see it in the night sky without a telescope.
How?
Kipu is a twisted, branching rope of glowing galaxy clusters that looks like a nervous system. On our hypothetical scale, compared to this model of Earth, Kipu would be 20 light years long. In reality, it's 1.3 billion light years across. It also has the mass of 200 quadrillion suns. Just to be clear, a quadrillion is a million billion. So 200 quadrillion is a 2 followed by 17 zeros.
Now we're getting into crazy shit. We're getting so high to the point we're reaching Goku's power level. Current manga.
Scientists think Kipu is the largest connected structure in the universe. It's like a massive glowing chain of 13,000 Milky Ways linked end to end. Huh, imagine that. But the universe still doesn't stop there. There's at least one thing bigger, and it might be too big to exist. This is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, a supercluster spanning 10 billion light years. To give you an idea of how absurd that is,
What could this possibly be? What is this? What is this monstrosity?
it takes up roughly 10% of the entire observable universe. Let's go back to our hypothetical scale one last time. Earth was a 12-centimeter ball. Jupiter was a modest 1.35 meters, and the Sun was as large as a school bus. Now, on the same scale, the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall would be 150 trillion kilometers long. That's 157 light years. Even on our scale, these numbers don't even make sense anymore. And
It
this
don't.
model of
Bro, it's been not making sense, bro. Don't piss me off. It's been not making sense. Been.
Earth is useless. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall is so big that even the scientist who discovered it thought it was too big to exist. Based on our current understanding of how the universe formed after the Big Bang, something this large shouldn't even have had time to pull itself together. This cosmic anomaly challenges everything we think we know. Okay, for now, we've reached the absolute limit of what we can see and
Thank the Lord, bro. Thank the Lord there's no more. Oh my God. If there was more, I was going to lose my mind. My mind has been blown at least 15 minutes ago. It was blown. You just you continue to keep blowing my mind. It's pissing me off.
understand. But in a universe this big, there's always something larger, darker, and more mysterious waiting just beyond the horizon. But some dark and lurking things don't have to be unimaginably massive to be deadly. Take a black hole. Even a nanosecond inside it would turn you into human spaghetti. But that's a story for another What If.
Well, that was a good ass video, bro.